August the 19th, 2022. As you're looking at current satellite images over the Gulf of Mexico, and the storm that you're seeing in the Bay of Campeche here is still very tightly put together, very strong and small, and that's probably why it made it across the Yucatan overnight and held together so good. So what we're looking at is still an anticipated impact somewhere along the Texas and Mexico border. So you guys along the coast start looking for spin-up waterspouts, thunderstorms, things like that. Be very careful. Lightning. Boating in the area, you should be out of the water if you can by now. Don't know how strong this thing's going to get before it does touch land, and I don't know if any of the rigs out there, the oil rigs, are being evacuated. A lot of times they will, just out of precaution. When that happens, you do see the price of gas go up a little bit because it's not being produced at that time. Got storms coming off the Texas coast now. Nothing really heavy, it doesn't look like, but you guys, you would be southwest of Houston, Galveston area. Those are some of the taller clouds, but you're needing this moisture. Remember the drought maps that we look at, and Texas is so large it's just covered in red. So you got that storm last week that came off the coast of Mississippi and Louisiana and drifted your way, and you're getting some moisture today from that river of moisture that's been keeping the southeast pretty wet and cool, by the way. But this storm right here, we're going to have to watch it. Now, 60% chance of development. Let's take a look at the forecast from the National Hurricane Center down in Miami. 10:50 a.m. Eastern this morning. The cone you see in orange is still in the same location as far as the point of it as it was last night. They haven't changed that path, coming right to the point of the Texas and Mexico border. They're saying that satellites indicate that showers and thunderstorms are associated with a broad low pressure area over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico and the Bay of Campeche are getting better organized. Environmental conditions appear favorable for additional development, and a tropical depression could form later today or on Saturday while the system moves northwestward across the southwestern and western Gulf of Mexico. Guys, along the beaches this weekend, don't drown. Don't let one of your kids drown because of these rip currents that this thing will kick up. And it happens every year, so just don't be one of those folks that gets swept away. Says by Saturday night, the system is expected to move inland over northeastern Mexico, which will end its chance of development. An Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system this afternoon. Interest along the northeastern coast of Mexico and the lower Texas coast should monitor the progress of this system. Regardless of development, the system could bring locally heavy rains to portions of northeastern Mexico and again southern Texas over the weekend. We'll have more information from the National Hurricane Center after the Hurricane Hunter aircraft makes its loop through there, and we'll get top wind speeds and things like that. Now, 39 minutes ago, Fox Hurricane Center down in Florida put this up, and it's the spaghetti models. Notice that nothing comes ashore further north than the Mexico and Texas line, which is right there. Now, that will also be the most dangerous side of the storm. So just because it's coming in a little south of you, depending on the size of the storm, this direction is going to be like this. Your wind's going to be coming in always the strongest side, always where your tornadoes, water spouts, high wind, high waves, high tides. That's where it's going to push into. So you guys in Texas, keep an eye on that. Again, you don't have a lot of time. You know where it's setting now, and you notice that all the currents, if you back to the beginning of the video and that satellite imaging, all of the low-level wind currents are going due north. But up top, there's a little bit of right to left or east to west drift on the upper wind pattern. So that more than likely is going to what steers this storm. The only thing now probably will be just how strong does it get. The hurricane hunters will let us know that this afternoon, guys. I just wanted to throw in a quick update in case someone's not watching this along these coastal areas of South Texas and northern Mexico. Guys, it's a heads up. Be safe.